You wanted the inside scoop on Alexander ISAK maybe heading to Arsenal. Buckle up then, because this isn't your average trade. This is high stakes, folks. Lots of moving parts. We're looking at intel straight from January 5th, 2025, and already this is shaping up to be the transfer everyone's going to be talking about.
Yeah, what's interesting here is what it says about Arsenal. I mean, they're clearly shooting for the top right, but with Bukayo Saka out, their attack needs some serious firepower, and Isak seems like he's their #1 guy.
He definitely ticks a lot of boxes, but wow, that asking price from Newcastle, over 150 million pounds. That's not exactly pocket change, is it?
It's a statement, that's for sure, putting Isak practically in the same bracket as, well, Mbappe and Haaland. Now, don't get me wrong, he's fantastic, tons of potential, but he hasn't quite hit those, crazy, consistent world-class numbers yet. Seems like Newcastle are thinking about his age, his potential, and their own ambitions, right? They're building something special, and they see Isak as a key piece of that.
They're playing hardball, no question, especially with Isak locked into that contract until 2028. Long-term deals like that are becoming more common, but they really complicate things.
They do. You get stability for the club, and it shows they believe in the player, right? But for someone like Isak, who's obviously driven, hungry for trophies, it's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
He said he wants to stay at Newcastle, but only if they get Champions League football. It's a bold move. Shows his ambition, but it also puts pressure on Newcastle to deliver.
Adds another layer to it all, doesn't it? As if the price tag and the contract weren't enough, you've got, some pretty heavy competition. We're talking PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Those aren't exactly easy teams for Arsenal to outbid, are they?
Exactly. It shows you the level of talent we're talking about with Isak. Puts Arsenal in a tough spot, right?
Yeah.
Weighing their options. Do they go all in for Isak, even if it means maybe overpaying? Or do they start looking at other players? Tough choices.
Big decisions to make. It really is the big question. Okay, let's play this out. Hypothetically, the deal falls apart. What other options are out there for Arsenal? Who could they realistically go after?
Well, a few names come to mind. Someone like Dusan Vlahovic, for instance. I think he'd fit really well in Arteta's system. Proven goal scorer, Premier League experience. They could also look at a younger prospect, someone like Benjamin Sesko. He's been, really making a name for himself in the Bundesliga. Bit raw, but his potential is sky high.
So it's about finding that balance for Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
A striker who fits what they need, but also someone they can realistically bring in. The whole Isak situation is a great example of how complicated these transfers can be.
For sure. You've got ambition, money, competition, all tangled up. I'm really curious to see how it all plays out. So let me ask you this. If you were running Arsenal, making the decisions, what would you do? Would you throw down that kind of cash for Isak, or would you go a different way?
It's a real nail-biter, isn't it? Lots to think about. This whole saga, it's not over yet. I think we've got a lot more surprises coming. But one thing's for sure, this transfer window is going to be absolutely wild.